My name is Paul Evans, and I am the CEO of the Low-Cost Travel Group. First of all, they want an easy-to-use website, which is quick and is easy to navigate. We have software on there which tells us on a live basis what customers are saying, and that helps us develop and change the website and improve it. And we do that constantly based on customers' feedback. I think that people do look at between 12 and 20 websites, so it's got to be price competitive, and I think I like to believe that we are there. But there's no margin for mistakes. So it has to work first time, it has to be quick, descriptions need to be accurate. People tend to trade up on a no-frills airline and actually trade up on better accommodation. I think what we're seeing is trends towards, all-inclusive is nearly 50% of the business, which I think is significant. We've always tended to be very strong in certain areas rather than, we operate in 140 different countries in terms of destinations, but we prefer to be very, very strong in certain areas. Our Spanish business is very strong. So Egypt, Malta, Turkey, Morocco, those type of destinations, but the core will always be Spain. Spain is 50% of the business, and come wind or rain, come sun or hurricanes, Spain will always be number one for the British market, and so we will always retain that as our core destination. The only people who've really cracked mobile bookings, I think, are the hotel-only companies, the sort of bookings.com late rooms type business. I think you've got to separate in your mind your single simple transaction to your holiday. Because if you're booking a transfer, it works. If you're booking insurance, it works. If you're booking a hotel, it works. And to some extent, it might work if you're booking a flight, i.e. each of those individual elements. If you try and bundle them together, it becomes more complicated. And people might save the holiday on their mobile, look on an iPad, but actually book it on a PC or their laptop. Does that make sense? So you've got to go through the journey between research and book. You're still getting the greatest amount of book is on a laptop or a PC. But there's no doubt that the research is heavily geared towards mobile and iPad, and we're investing heavily. We've always invested heavily in search engine optimization and our mobile and iPad. It's one of the channels, and I think it's going to grow. And I think one of the really refreshing things is again, having been in the industry for a while, is seeing the new blood come in and new ideas, new energy, and particularly in obviously digital. And I think also to some extent, I spend a lot of time overseas and deal with a lot of overseas suppliers. I talk to a lot of hoteliers and suppliers and tourist boards and on the product side. And really sharing some of that digital experience that you're seeing. Because I think the UK learns from America, but is also quite advanced digitally compared to some of the southern Mediterranean countries in terms of the way that they distribute digitally. And that's, I think, quite exciting. I think we've got, to some extent, first mover advantages, and so we've got to run. Certainly in Europe, we've got to run. I think the other interesting thing about technology is it gets copied very quickly. So if you have an advantage, you've got to run. You've got to run like the wind, because rest assured there are other people who are out there who are going to copy and replicate and possibly do it better. So you've got to move very, very quickly. And so the motto of my business is hurry up. Yeah, it's always been hurry up. I don't have mission statements. I don't have visions. I don't like any of that. I think that's what I call corporate rubbish. And so what I try to sort of cherish with the team is, first of all, seriously move quickly, be bold, don't be scared to if you make a mistake. I don't have a problem people making a mistake. I have a problem people when they don't know they've made a mistake or don't admit it. Then I have a problem. But I certainly don't have a problem with somebody making a mistake as long as they fix it. Go and fix it. And I think that encourages a slight entrepreneurial within the business, which is good, and I like that. I like that.